This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Late great Jimi Hendrix, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. It's Philly Joe and Vicky on a Tuesday morning. Baby.
We're getting down to the countdown for the Big Win 50-50. You can go to the website right now, bigwin5050.ca. The pot over $80,000. We're trying to grow that for the Dream Factory. 9:15, Friday morning, some lucky winner is going to collect some cash.
Yeah, get that done. Don't be that person who's like, oh, I missed that, maybe set a reminder in your phone. Or just, because when we remind you about it, you can't always stop what you're doing and do it.
That's right.
So the reminder in the phone, and I don't know about you guys, do you get a lot of reminders on your phone on a daily basis?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, is it joint? Like, do you and your guy, Matt, does he get reminders like, oh, yeah, Vicky is here today, or is it, like, separate?
No, it's separate.
Okay.
He doesn't know what I'm doing.
All right. Yeah. So my wife sends me reminders, and that's, family unit, so she wants me to know what's going on. So I'll get reminded, like in my phone, there's like take the garbage out on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. Like everything in my life is in my phone.
That's good, not mine.
Yeah.
I can't live that way.
Well, your calendar's pretty
He's a
busy.
free man.
No, my calendar's my calendar. That's what I mean. I can't add more to it. Like taking the garbage out and that kind of stuff.
I didn't look.
I don't need a reminder for that. I just, when you drive home, I see everybody else is out there and I'm going,
there you go.
Okay, who's going to win this race, me or Christy? And get it out there.
Yeah, I didn't need that one in there. I'll be honest, but that's how my wife
there.
is.
Yep.
She sends me those invites and I accept them, and it does help with my organization.
Well, especially with kids, too.
Yeah.
You've got a busy schedule.
Got to know what's happening, where you're going at different times throughout any given day. So my whole point here is set yourself a reminder, get this done. You don't want to forget Big Win 50-50, and we've heard it goes crazy the final week.
Yeah.
The last few days it'll really start to tally up, too.
So get that done, bigwin5050.ca.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
The CFL has announced modifications to the game, which will take effect over the next couple of years. Starting in 2027, the field will be shortened to 100 yards with 15-yard end zones. Also for 2027, the goalposts will be moved to the back of the end zone. For 2026, the rules will be modified. A single point will no longer be awarded when a missed field goal attempt goes wide of the goalpost or a punt or kickoff sails through the back or side of the end zone without being touched by a returner. Lots of reaction yesterday, including Lions quarterback Nathan Rourke, who's a Canadian, not impressed.
New rule changes are garbage. The rule changes, to me, make it sound like we want to be that league down south. The worst part, I think, about it, the people who play football were not consulted about this. We have a commissioner who hasn't been here for a year, who's already trying to change the game, and I don't believe he loves football as much as I do, as much as many fans do, as much as people who grew up loving this game. I don't think you cannot make adjustments like this and tell me that you like football, or you love the Canadian football game, because you're changing it.
So we will chat about that, no doubt, this morning. For the record, Wade Miller, big boss with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, seems happy about the changes. He says, quote, he's excited.
And he's a former player. It is interesting to see a guy like Nathan Rourke, who's one of the stars of the game right now. But this came out yesterday, too. 7 out of the 9 teams in the league lost money last year.
Yes.
So there's probably a reason why some of these tweaks. I have to believe because they're trying to get more money out of their American TV contract, too, to get some appeal down there.
Right.
They've never been the same since they went away from 2 Rough Riders in the CFL.
That's what I think. It was hard to bet on that game. One actually split the words, the other one didn't. Very tricky.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Okay, yesterday we were talking your first tape, record, CD, and then, record stores came up as well.
The best record store back in the day, Opus 69 and Mother's Records.
Cool.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
I don't remember the first one he mentioned.
Neither
but
do I.
I remember Mother's for sure.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Oh, God.
Was it downtown?
There was a bunch of them downtown. Yep. There was St. James Street across from Polo Park, I remember going to when I was a kid. Then the malls. But Mother's, I believe it was on Portage Avenue at one time.
Someone will know exactly where they were.
Yeah, totally.
I'll
watch the text
on
line.
the text line. Okay, and now into favorite or first albums, first cassettes.
You guys are talking about your first album yesterday. So yeah, mine was probably Kiss Double Platinum. But I think my favorite Gift album had to be KTL's Canadian edition, Rock 80.
Rocky.
There's some great stuff on there. Like there was Blondie, Rush, Pat Benatar, The Knack, Hotels, Red Rider, Max Webster. So that was a great album. It introduced me to a lot of different music that I'd never heard before at that time. So, and as far as record stores, Records on Wheels downtown.
Yeah.
Best place for metal and rock in the city. So, and just to give a bit of a salute to Rock 80, I was wondering if you guys could maybe play some Pat Benatar. Play that song. I think it was Heartbreaker. Was their big
that was
song.
a good one.
It came out around 1980.
What's wrong with Love is a Battlefield? I love that one, too. Love is a battlefield.
Hey, look, you ended up a winner.
Yeah.
You came off the battlefield with a win.
Oh, man. That's good.
Listen, though, I mean, back in those days, some of those albums had condensed versions of the songs, too, right? Like,
The K-Tells?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They
man.
weren't the full song
We will play some Pat Benatar.
in its entirety.
In its entirety, yeah. Coming up here. CFL rules, man, they're... I've seen a little bit of everything. Some people think it's great and about time with some of the changes, but there is definitely unhappiness as well.
Good morning, Philly, Joe, and Vicky. Chris here. It's 1:30 on Monday. It's been about an hour and a half since the big CFL announcement. Can somebody answer me a question? Did April Fool's Day come like 8 months early? Like, seriously? We're the Canadian Football League. Why are we turning them into the NFL? I mean, really, all we have to do now is add the fourth down, and we're practically the NFL. It kind of makes me a little sick. We're supposed to improve viewership. I'm thinking a lot of people aren't going to be happy. I'd like to know what everybody else thinks. Have a great day.
Well, he mentioned what I find is the number one fear among hardcore CFL fans. And you'll always hear it no matter what changes the CFL makes. What are we doing, becoming the NFL now? That is, no one, like big CFL fans don't want to see the CFL shift closer to the NFL.
Yeah, there's the purist, the traditionalist, I guess, has been saying that too. I mean, a couple of these changes haven't really affected some people, like the missed rouge, like scoring a point when you should be like getting nothing, let's say, for a miss.
Right.
Right? That one doesn't seem to bother a lot of people as much as the yardage seem to bother, and the goalpost doesn't seem to be the biggest issue for some.
What are they doing with the goalposts?
Moving them back, so there's a little bit more free play right at the goal line and such. So.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about these changes?
We were just talking off air, the rouge. I have no problem getting rid of that. I think the commissioner made a great point about we never want to see a Grey Cup settled on a punt that goes through the end zone because you get a point on that. And then moving the goalpost back, I don't think
that won't affect my. It might affect my view if I'm sitting in the end zone. That's about it. But honestly, this is a former TV executive that took over this role. So there's a lot of people that are saying, this guy, what does he know about football? Well, he was behind the lens kind of thing for many years. So he must know something that we don't, or hearing a lot of viewership complaints about the game itself, maybe, right? I don't know. I am surprised they did not include the CFLPA at least, just to see the voice from the player side, because this kind of came out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden, hey, I'm making an announcement from a poshy hotel in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like they've sort of upgraded that level. Like
now,
the
does
league.
this go into effect right away or next season?
Another
Next
year.
couple of years.
Yeah, a couple.
Someone on the text line says 35-second time clock is dumb. NFL game has about 14 minutes of actual playing time as they let the clock run.
Oh,
The
so
playing
true.
time was an interesting one too. You know what? That kind of rule, I have to sort of be sitting there watching to see how much it really will affect in person or on TV.
Making the field shorter too will bug people because that's a big CFL thing, the 55-yard line.
I wonder, without them saying anything though, if it's because of some of the smaller venues they're playing in, if it means they can add some more seating on the end zone side, like in front to watch. You know what I mean? Bring the game a little closer. I don't know. But 7 out of the 9 teams apparently lost money last year, and this league's in bigger trouble than a few changes, apparently.
That's right. Also on the text line, if you're talking Mother's Music, they were on Portage, then moved to Wall Street.
Right.
And I remember them selling instruments as well. Okay, text line always answers the questions. Okay, let's wrap with this one here, and we continue. Like, this will never end. I think it'll probably go on for another year here, is suggestions vis-a-vis the race of the century and a possible the next competition?
What's up, guys? It's the other Philly. I'm calling in. I know everybody's had some bad takes about my swim meet competition. So how about let me introduce this idea. How about we do this? It's going to be a test, not only endurance, but wits. And I would like to call it Rock, Paper, Scissors Tournament of the Century. I think that's something we all can get behind. There's no risk of injury, I don't believe. I love you guys. Take care.
Yeah, I think we
Stop putting that on paper.
think we can avoid injury with that.
I think so. Unless you cover that rock a little too aggressively.
If you know anything about Iron Mike, you're still going to be signing a waiver, okay, other Philly?
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Big N says no dice to the other Philly on the rock, paper, scissor tournament for next year to replace the race of the century.
You want something more physical?
Yeah, I don't know. Big N's in good shape, right? So he would obviously prefer something that takes some athletics. That's my guess. I don't want to speak for him.
I don't know. Weak thumbs.
But
weak
you
index finger.
You met Big N. He's in good shape for his age, right?
Yeah.
Like he looks good.
What
So-
would be the one, a broken arm or a sprained wrist or something? Like you could even probably still play the game with like a broken finger in a cast.
Yeah.
Right? If
Well, you could only do scissors.
scissors, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're kind of handcuffed.
Maybe paper.
Any problem with a digit, yes, a wrist or arm injury, you're probably have. Even with a bad shoulder, you could probably play. You're just not coming from way back in on the count.
Imagine you still won. what kind of headlines would they want?
They'll make a movie about that.
Coming off the 6-game disabled list
with the finger thumb injuries. Highway Girl says thumb wrestling.
Ooh.
We used to have those wrestlers that you'd put on your thumb. Do you
Thumb,
remember
yeah,
like WWF wrestlers? You'd put one on your thumb.
Oh,
and then you
really?
could
That's
start.
fun.
Oh, man, we'd play that on road trips, my brothers and I.
Yeah.
We'd almost have to separate it like boxing does, though, because with thumb lengths. Because you can't have a thumb like mine going against a tall thumb like somebody
We'd
else's.
have a tail of the tape. Coming in at 4 inches.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
You guys see that photo on the text line of Big N's thumb?
That's
I did.
intense.
That's a big thumb. Yeah.
That would be a super heavyweight division if we were ever doing thumb wrestling as an event. You have to have different divisions. You brought that up as far as, and you can't really go by just size. You have to look at a few other things like weight, girth, and that would be super heavyweight division.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big thumb because somebody suggested very early this morning that it was on the bone phone, the other Philly, that for next year's contest, a race of the century, instead of a race, we have rock, paper, scissors, and then someone else suggested, what about thumb wrestling? And that's when we kind of said, well, it depends on the size of your thumb, and you're right. Like that thumb, Big N's thumb, that's been hit with a few hammers.
Oh, guaranteed.
It's twice the size of my thumb.
It's a hard-working thumb.
Yeah, he wouldn't even feel a hammer on that thumb anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can just tell.
No kidding. I mean,
collar hands.
He does so many different things, too. I wouldn't be surprised if a bus run over it and he drives one for a living.
And he just goes on with his day.
That thing has been through a few emergency rooms, I'm telling you.
What would he be doing where his thumb got run over by a bus?
I have no idea.
Checking the soil, the asphalt.
I'm trying to build the legend in case we get to sign him for a thumb wrestling competition. You got, it's like wrestling. You got to embellish their background. Make them.
All right, yeah. That would actually be a good part of his intro.
The hard part of doing that as an event is if you had people in the stands like we did for the race of the century, I mean, you're going to have some real good camera work to watch the thumb wrestling, and you got a screen set up. We might have to do this at Canada Life Center. And put the show up on the clock. You got to have the right venue.
And then the thumb, instead of showing the contestant's face, it's the thumb.
Yeah.
As they do the intro. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We might need something also to keep keep people's arms steady? Because you ever thumb wrestle with somebody and they're like moving
Yes.
their arms around?
That's illegal.
Yeah,
That's
I know
illegal.
it is.
You get disqualified for moving around. It's got to be. You're right. You got to keep it
You
still.
got to keep it in
I'm
there.
going to wait a little bit to see if the commissioner of the Thumb Wrestling League modifies the rules like they did with the Canadian Football League. There's only so many modifications people are ready for right now.
And hey, look, and if you think you might have a big nasty thumb and you'd be good at this, you can send us. We'll welcome that. Send us a picture of your thumb.
We're asking for thumb pictures?
Sure, let's go.
Wow.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Boston Pizza text line. I worked with a gentleman back in the day. His fingers were so big, we nicknamed him Pickles. That comes from Dennis.
Loud Guy sent us a picture of his thumb. It looks like an Andy Warhol painting.
Yeah, he put a filter on it for some reason. Love you, Loud Guy, but I don't think your thumb. You can't put a filter on it. Now we can't see how blue collar the thumb is, Loud Guy. And he's like a professional driver. He's probably got some blue collar to him, Loud Guy. I bet you that thumb's nasty.
They do that sometimes when you watch some of those documentaries, let's say, and the guy was a mob enforcer turned state's evidence, and they blur out the picture a little bit. That's what he did with his thumb.
Now, Joey says, I'm double jointed in my thumb. Anytime I played Thumb Wars with my family, they got mad because I can move my thumb in different ways.
Yeah, the guy could limbo.
Wow.
That might be illegal. I don't know. Like if the double jointed.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you tape a popsicle stick to him
Yeah.
just to keep him honest?
Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Maybe that's just the fun division. You know what I mean? Like,
freestyle.
Freestyle.
It's like in the NBA when they do those dunk tricks.
Yeah. All-Star Weekend. Thumb Wrestling All-Star Weekend. Wow. You got to be double jointed to join.
Look at those wacky moves.
Someone's wondering if this is OnlyFans or 92.1 City. People are saying that just seems weird to be sending you guys pictures of my thumb.
That's true.
Yeah, it is
but
weird.
I'll tell you what, there's one of those two that can make you a lot of money, and it isn't the thumb wrestling of the century.
That's right. Not going to make you any money, and it's just, look, I don't think we're going to do thumb wrestling. It just seems too hard to officiate.
Yeah.
And kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah,
Like, wow, you press somebody's thumb down harder than or quicker than the other person.
And it doesn't feel exciting enough like that. When you're coming off the race of the century, which was incredible, to go to thumb wrestling, we appreciate all the ideas, but it's not quite there.
Someone just texted in OnlyThumbs.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Pretty clear that if you have a question about food, this PJV is where you come. Like we get recipe ideas, food suggestions, critiques of food on this program. And if you specifically have a question about pizza, I would say it's even more clear than just straight food, because we've got Joe Aiello on the program, and who knows more about pizza
I love pizza.
than JoJo.
I will say this. I think the magical thing about pizza, I've mentioned this before, is no two pizzas are the same. You can go anywhere and argue, debate, call it what you will, about what your favorite pizza is, and I'm pretty sure most people have a good point that they've presented, even though if you don't think it's the best.
That's why they call you Big Slice, eh?
That's right.
I think so.
Like Joe could have a show like Bill Maher, but just about pizza, not politics.
Yeah.
Like that's,
I'd love it.
that why it'd be great.
And that's what I'd call it. Pizza, no politics. That's what the world needs right now.
Totally.
Okay.
You can be divided about what your favorite pizza is. You could be on the left side, the right side. It doesn't matter. You're still going to want pizza.
We all enjoy a slice at the end.
That's it.
together.
That's great. And there would be some heated debates about pizza every now and then.
Sure.
Okay, that brings me to this. A phone call, a question for Joe. I'm just going to say it's for Joe about pizza.
Hey, guys, I got a bone to pick. You know, the pizza places, I'm not going to name any pizza place, but when I call and order a pizza, if I order just a pepperoni pizza, that pizza is covered in pepperoni. And let's say I want to order 3 more toppings on that pizza. I'm not getting 100% pepperoni, 100% mushroom, 100% bacon, and 100% whatever the other topping is. No, I'm getting every topping cut down by 25%. I should just be paying for one topping. There's certain pizza places I call, I ask for mushrooms on there with other toppings. I get like 4 little pieces of mushrooms. If that was just a mushroom pizza, it would be covered in mushrooms. So my question is, why am I paying for 4 toppings when I'm still only getting the equivalent of 1 full topping? That's my bone. Keep up the great work, guys and gals.
That's a great point. That
Never
does
really
happen
thought
at some places. Not every place. Some places you'll get your full share of toppings. The real question I have is how many toppings before you start really tasting the toppings? Do you know what I mean? Like
sometimes they can overdo it though, and it becomes so heavy with toppings that it's sliding off the bread.
Yeah. Like you're saying, how much is too much?
Yeah.
And that's what I'll defend. Look, I'll defend the pizza places here. I think that's what they have in mind when they don't want to put too much toppings on there.
Right.
Like they're thinking, well, we can't put a full coating of mushrooms and a full coating of pepperoni and a full, because then you're going to be a centimeter thick in toppings.
Yeah.
They're trying to spread it out properly.
That happens, well, like you said, the overload is going to affect the crust in some cases. But
that's what the chef says on the Boston Pizza text line. Yeah, said it wouldn't cook thoroughly through if it was too heavy.
That's true. But there is a point to the size, like portion size, of what the gentleman's talking about. If you had ordered just a pepperoni pizza, you could count how many slices of pepperoni are on the pizza. If you added a few toppings, that's a good experiment. I'm going to have to try that. If you order 2 pizzas. One's got to be pepperoni, and one has to be with, let's say, 4 toppings, because he mentioned a few extra on the pepperoni. And see if you have just as many slices of pepperoni.
I bet you not.
No.
Yeah. And if it's too much meat, then I think you guys both sort of referenced this. It gets too greasy.
Yeah,
too.
certainly.
Oh, if you're putting the same amount of pepperoni and bacon and I don't know what else.
But that came up in discussion one day. Like, if you have a certain pizza and it has more than so many toppings, can you really taste all those toppings on a pizza? Like, what's the number before you got to go, hey, I'm just wasting my money on these other toppings?
Yeah.
Joe Aiello and his brand new show. What's it called again?
Pizza, no politics.
Coming soon.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The germiest job right now, according to this survey, is being a teacher or a daycare worker. I don't think anybody's going to argue that.
No.
Especially since the jobs just got revved up again for the season. What is number 2? What is the second germiest job out there?
Okay.
I don't think this is going to be too hard if you really break it down.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning. Go ahead with your guess.
How about an electrician?
Not electrician, actually. No.
Not bad, because you're touching lots of light switches.
Yeah.
Is that,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's maybe where he was going with
Yeah,
that. Something
yeah.
along those lines. Or are you just in a lot of different buildings? And 780 City, good morning.
Hey, I'm going to go with a bank teller.
Bank teller is number 2.
Ooh, great guess.
It was probably close to number 1 at one point, but a lot of people aren't using the tellers anymore, right?
Yeah.
So
That's right.
cash.
number 2 still.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Hey, let's go with a bus driver.
Not bus driver.
Good
No.
guess, yeah.
Hello, City.
Yeah, let's go with the shit suckers there.
Like
Septic guys.
Oh, septic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not them.
We're like,
Whoa, that took me a minute.
yeah. Good guess, though. That's
I
not
did.
it, Joe.
It's not a job.
Never heard that term.
Occupation, no.
Haven't seen that on a resume.
Guys emptying the porta potties. 780 City.
No,
Good morning.
That's a tough gig.
I'm going to say a plumber.
Plumber.
Plumber is not in the top 3. No.
Up for grabs this morning. City TV Plus annual subscription. Boo at the Zoo passes. Good morning.
Let's go with a dental hygienist.
Not dental hygienist.
Yeah, they got their face in people's mouths. When you guys go to the dentist, are they just covered head to toe in like masks and stuff like
PPE?
that? Yeah.
Not as much as they were.
My
I think.
my
Yeah,
dentist, they still are.
Yeah, same.
So I don't know if I'm getting the same person every time. I can't tell who they are.
Yeah. Like those, like as if someone has Ebola virus, something
Yeah.
like that look.
Yeah.
Whole hazmat.
Maybe they just hear I'm coming in and
Could
they're
be,
like,
Vicky.
suit up.
Yeah. They're worried about you.
That was a good answer. Is the closest.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hello, City.
Good morning. Is it a receptionist?
It's not a receptionist. No.
Excellent guess.
Yeah.
780 City. Good morning. You're with completely useless trivia.
Good morning, guys. 4x4 here out in T-Bay.
4.
4x4.
feel like it's usually 3.
Been a while.
Usually 3's on the phone, yeah.
So PB4.
Well, I got 3 right here. Say hi, 3.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Confiscate number 3's phone. He gets through too much.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're on the phone, 4. It's about time we miss you.
Yeah, I missed you guys, too. We call every morning. We love you guys.
What does the brain trust say?
I'm going to say a bank teller.
No, that was number 2. That was a guest earlier. Yeah, I know you guys are on the Seeker app, but yes, that was number 2.
All right.
That's
Good to
Thank
hear
you.
from you guys. Talk to you later.
Cheers.
Have a good day. The poor boys out in Thunder Bay working hard, listening to us on Seeker.
Yeah.
Hello, City.
Hey, long time no talk, guys. PB3 here.
Come on.
Oh, God.
You can't write this stuff.
What's up, 3? You got a better guess than 4?
Oh, I don't know, man. He took my guess. You know what? Let's have a lifeline here.
Philly or
Philly,
Vicky?
can you help me out here?
You want me to help? Okay. You think it could be considered pretty easy, Joe? If
I thought so because, there's only so many jobs out there where you're in human contact as much as.
And would it be a high human contact
Oh,
job?
yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Door-to-door salesman.
No.
Damn it.
What? What is it, 1952?
I love it when they're selling vacuums on my
That's
doorstep.
it. Hey, listen, you know how many free knife sets that family of the Aubreys have?
I will
Cuts
say,
right through a shoe.
Yeah.
there's more and more of them selling cable packages.
Yes.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, they're coming back. What a comeback. Yes. You're right.
And I always invite them in. Hello, City.
Hi, can I get the question again?
Yeah, you bet. The germiest job is being a teacher or daycare worker. What's the second germiest job according to this survey? Bank teller was number 2.
A nurse?
We're going to give it to you because, yes, healthcare, nursing, doctors, they're dealing the most with enough germs already. I'm just surprised it fell to number 2 behind teacher and daycare.
Yeah.
As
The
far
kids,
as
man.
yeah, well,
They're
I guess you're
little
dealing with
petri
more,
dishes.
more people as a teacher than you are as a doctor or nurse. So
I still think it should have been door-to-door salesman.
It was. I'm sure if I did enough digging, I'd find it on a list. Phil.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Right before we get to an announcement here, pretty cool announcement. I just want to throw these a couple of text messages out there. Hey, whatever happened to Two Dat Tuesday?
It's still alive.
That
What
would
is
be
that again?
hashtag the number 2 DAT.
It means 2 days ago Tuesday was Sunday, and I said Tuesday never got a lot of love. Either does Sunday, right? There's Throwback Thursday. There's Way Back Wednesday. Would you rather Wednesday, right? Flashback Friday. Whatever happened.
2 days ago.
Taco Tuesday. Sunday gets
caught
nothing.
on. It caught on
It
big.
did. And listen, people are asking, where's it been?
Well, Rundle sent a picture to that. Not sure if you still do this, Philly, but you're missing out. And he sent me photos of him cooking on his Blackstone.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My God. What's he making there? That's French toast, I think.
Oh, nice.
That looks so
It's
good.
a whole breakfast on the griddle there.
Pancakes.
Yeah.
You know what, Vic? We used to get a lot of outdoor pictures for Two Dat, like fishing and like in
You'd
the
be
winter
good.
ice fishing. You'd love it because you're out all the time
Yes.
doing stuff.
Your 2Dat would be fantastic. All right. Send the photos in 762
It's still there.
2Dat Tuesday.
Never is going to go away.
What did you do one Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah, but see, if you ask it that way, it doesn't sound as good.
You're
Two
right.
Dat Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
2 days Tuesday. Here's the announcement that people might have seen online already because they just beat us to it at 92.1 City. But Ram Motorsports Spectacular is coming back February 7th and 8th at Canada Life Center, and tickets are on sale Friday. There is a pre-sale tomorrow, okay? Starting at 10 a.m., 921 CITI. 921 City is going to be the code. And I'll tell you what, if you want to get your ears checked, those are the 2 days you want to be getting them checked for free.
Yeah,
February 7th
that's
and 8th.
awesome.
It's loud. It's great. They even got the mini
Mini?
monster
Oh, wow.
trucks now, too.
What does that look like?
Motocross and the monster trucks all in one place. tremendous.
Go ahead,
Is it
Vicky.
just like if I put my Sentra on big wheels? Is that what a Mini looks like? Just a regular car
Probably.
size?
I think you could.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what monster trucks are.
Can you see yourself jumping off the Sentra, your Nissan Sentra, taking off your helmet and waving your hair
Yes.
to shake it out?
Yeah.
And a big win and a roar from the crowd. Vicky Shay.
I want to see this.
That'd be a mini monster
that's the dream.
truck.
Let's get some tires on your Sentra.
Watching you back it up in the parking lot here, rolling over
Trying to
signs.
parallel park in it afterwards.
What happened to Vicky? What happened to the parking lot? Vicky's Sentra went wild, running over cars.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ&B into more ears.
Boston Pizza text line. We always start getting banger requests. We'll get them all morning, but they really heat up between 8:30 and 9 because the Daily Banger goes at 9 o'clock. So
Play
it makes
something
sense.
from K-Tel. It'll be a little shorter, the version. But as somebody pointed out, and this was what I believe, there was a documentary. I'm sure it's out there that was made here in Manitoba about K-Tel. It was actually quite interesting. But I believe it says in there, and this person on the Boston Pizza text line, they did that so they could say they put 20 great songs on one great album where most, bands were putting out, like, let's say 10 to 12, right?
Right. Oh, I guess there was
That
a
was their
limit in the
gimmick.
time that the discs or whatever could hold.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, it was places like K-Tel that had the album stacker, where you'd put the albums in and you just flip one and like a Rolodex, they would pop, 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 pop.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So you'd have them sitting next to the
neat.
stereo there, and it'd be like your first Bangles album, and then all the following Bangles album you would have by just pushing one. The other ones would click up. Like,
yeah.
they had
Well,
some
I had the
invention
greatest
stuff.
hits, so there was only room
20
for
great
one.
songs.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the greatest hits. When I was very young in radio, some super old dog, like music. Like, I was working in Alberta, so it'd be like the Howard Manshine of that station.
Yes.
And he's like, what's your favorite Rolling Stones album? And at that point in my life, like, I really didn't know a ton about the Stones.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I got to say greatest hits. It covers everything.
That's a great answer.
It was a stupid answer.
But to a music lover, that's like...
He looked at me like I was such
But
a
listen,
dirtbag.
That guy, if he's been around that long, shouldn't be asking a kid new to the business about the Stones. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
what's
It was a
your
little
favorite Stones album? Well, I got them all. It's like,
Just the hits, man.
yeah.
I can laugh all these years later. We did get this Daily Banger. How about Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles? Great guitar riff and cowbell. Do it for Vicky. I don't know Hazy Shade
I don't
of
think
Winter.
we've got that one in the
It's a
library.
pretty
Well,
good
let's
track
see
from
here.
the
It's a good
Bangles.
song,
Yeah.
This is,
See?
Yeah.
I like the Bangles, man. Where have they been all my life?
Are you a new Bangles fan?
Well, I mean, I remember some of their songs, but I'm getting into them now.
I prefer you brush up on the Stones before the Bangles.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City weekday morning 6 to 10.